Hello and welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial will be featuring HTML. The series will be featuring what it takes to create a website. HTML tutorial. This is a specialized HTML tutorial. If you are seeking mastering HTML, you should seek another tutorial. We suggest w3schools.com. In this tutorial, you will learn the fundamentals and what it takes to make a successful website. Understanding HTML. HTML was designed by Tim Berners-Lee. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Tags. An HTML tag is usually enclosed in angle brackets like left angle bracket, HTML, right angle bracket. HTML tags usually come in pairs, but not always. Header 1 being the tag to call a header 1 to existence. End header 1 being the tag to end header 1. Headers. Header 1, this is the biggest header, end header 1. Header 2, this is the second biggest header, end header 2. Header 3, this is the third biggest header, header 3, end. Header 4, this is the fourth biggest header, end header 4. Header 5, this is the fifth biggest header, end header 5. Header 6, this is the sixth biggest header, end header 6. All of these headers have a priority over one another, header 1 being the biggest header, header 2 being the second biggest header, header 3 being the third biggest header, and so on. It only goes up to 6 different headers. However, you can have header 7, header 8, header 9, it doesn't matter. But all of those will have the same features as a paragraph. So whenever you have a tag that doesn't have any meaning, it's just like HTML registers that as, hey, this isn't HTML, but I'm going to put it in a tag anyways and use it. So it defines it as a regular paragraph. Paragraph. This is a paragraph. End paragraph. Paragraph is another paragraph. End paragraph. Paragraphs don't have a priority over one another. So no matter what happens, both of these paragraphs will have the same features, same look, and same style to it. Links. reference equals link, homepage, end link. This one must go in our header section. Link relative style sheet type text/css href style.css. You will learn more about these links and whenever we actually start coding. But I'm just giving you a review on what you probably should know and what you will know at the end of these tutorials. Basic HTML format. Before you move on, you should learn this and understand what each of these tags do. HTML, head, title, end title, style, end style, end head, body, end body, and HTML. Let's take a look at what each of these tags mean. Explaining the HTML tag. The HTML is a tag that tells your browser, hey, start reading in HTML format. The end HTML is a tag that tells the browser, hey, we're done. Explaining the head tag. The head is a little more complicated than the HTML tag. The head tag goes inside the HTML tag, but before the body tag. This tag contains your styles and your page title. The end head tag comes just before the body and tells the browser it's done in the head sector and it's ready to move on to the body. Explaining the HTML tag. The title tag is very simple to understand. It contains your page title. Your end title is entered after the page title name. Explaining the style tag. The style tag is used to debug your CSS style sheets without linking. You can basically put your CSS coding inside your HTML document. Publishing web pages like this is considered bad coding. We won't use this. End style tells your browser it's done reading CSS coding. Explaining the body tag. The body tag is where most of your HTML code will reside, and this is where most of you will be coding in HTML. End body is placed after the body tag content to tell the browser it's done reading inside the body. And if you remember, after you end the body, you would end the HTML. Before moving on, To follow along with these series in coding your very own website, let me say that again. To follow along with these series in coding your very own website, we will be teaching HTML, CSS, PHP, Flash, and some Photoshop. To follow along with these series, you'll need MySQL, PHPMyAdmin, Apache, Adobe Flash, Photoshop. These tutorials will be using WAMP, containing all three, MySQL, PHP, and Apache. You can use WAMP, XAMPP, or MAMP for Mac users. It doesn't matter, but I suggest using WAMP because that's what this tutorial will be using. Let's go ahead and take a look on how to get WAMP, Adobe Flash, and Photoshop. We will not be pirating any software in these tutorials, so I suggest purchasing Adobe Flash and Photoshop. Before moving on, you should understand the simple code HTML, head, title, learning HTML, end title, end head, body, header 1, tutorial 1, end, header 1, P per paragraph, knowing HTML is essential for creating websites, end paragraph, end body, end HTML. There's a little bit of colorification error right here, but you get the hint. You should know or have an idea what this looks like. Let's go ahead and take a look on what this looks like inside of our web browser, Firefox, which will be what we will be debugging our HTML in on these tutorials. Okay, so we got our location of the file right here, web development desktop tutorial.html. Usually during our tutorials, we will not be seeing this right here. We will be seeing something like localhost, but ignore that for now. Okay, so up here we got our learning HTML. That was right here inside of our title. So we got our learning HTML, which is the page title. And then we got our header 1 right here for tutorial 1. And then we got our paragraph, knowing HTML is essential for creating websites, right here. And then if you look, where do you think your body is? Well, your body is this entire white space on your browser. That's basically where your white space is. And your header would be this entire area right here. This would be where your browser is spitting out information on how to handle the HTML and how to display it, containing your metas, your CSS, and scripts, stuff like that. Okay, so we have finished this tutorial. I will see you in the next tutorial on how to get WAMP, Photoshop, and Adobe Flash.